What's up? What's up, and welcome to Music Notes, the song discussion and live show that is all about it's all about you, folks, songwriters and lovers of the world. Welcome back to another episode of Music Notes. I am your host, Carlos Young, and I am here to guide you through yet another dissection of today's music chart toppers. Not pizza toppers, but chart toppers. That's what we are here to do. So,
oh no.
Let's get it going. Thank you for checking out my content today. We are very blessed to be alive and to be able to even think about music. So we're going to talk about it from top to bottom in 30 minutes or less, / in 30 minutes. Got my grape juice with me this time. So yeah, Music Notes is all about the hits. We are going to talk about songs that are on the charts and why we think they're on the charts. We're going to look at different things that the chart toppers have in common with each other. We're going to look at things that they have going on that maybe you don't see in other songs. We're going to talk about melody. We're going to talk about structure. We're going to talk about performance. We're going to talk about everything, folks. So, let's get it going. Let's get it going. So what's the first thing that we do in Music Notes? We look at hypothetical origins. First of all, what's today's song? Dynamite by BTS, which I cannot play, so I'll play a different song instead. That's the tricky thing about this show, folks, is because I want to talk about a lot of songs and I don't have the time or legal army that I would need to try to chase down all these licenses and get them cleared for shows. We're going to do it without the actual song. But since you're on YouTube, you have the power of the internet at your disposal, no doubt. Otherwise, how are you watching this? So, we'll be using various websites and things to locate lyrics and song structure and blah, blah, blah. We're going to do it all in real time, and we're going to make no apologies for fumbling and bumbling through it, because really, what is this about? It's not about getting it perfect. It's not about getting it right. What it's about is getting in the habit of breaking down music, breaking down instrumentation, breaking down song structure, chord structure, melodic structure, melodic motifs, etc., 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 etc. So, what are we going to start with? We said we're going to start with hypothetical origins. So this time, without playing the song, I'm going to look up the lyrics, and I'm going to do a quick lyrical dive. Dynamite, BTS, lyrics. I personally like to use Genius. It kind of got more ads, really, than I'd love to see on a website, but they tend to have pretty good information about the song. So I'm not a linguist, but looks like BTS is maybe Korean. That looks like Korean to me. And producer David Stewart, album B. Okay, I really like this track. It's very lively song, very up-tempo song. I'm going to read the lyrics here, because I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire and set the night alight. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. King Kong kick drum, rolling like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of LeBron. Ding dong, call me on my phone. Iced tea and a game of ping pong. It's getting heavy, can you hear the bass boom? I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey. The beat cha-ching like money. Disco overload. Let me just listen to the song actually really briefly. Hey. Briefly. Gotta change my connection. Okay, yeah. Nice. Okay, basement running. Let's see what the chorus is doing. The chorus. Because I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire and set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little funk and soul, so I'ma light it up like dynamite. Shining through the city with a little funk and soul. Okay. Oh. Pretty cool song. It feels like, where are we? We got about 2.5 minutes into this. Let's stop there. What are we getting into? I see a song about, because I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire and set the night alight. Shine through the city with a little funk soul. I'll light it up like dynamite. This is like a celebration song about just feeling your best, doing your best. Just shining through the city, he says, with a little funk and soul. So I'm gonna light it up like dynamite. Shining through the city with a little funk and soul. Very simple, very straightforward as far as the chorus goes. I'm gonna say the origin of this song is somebody just feeling really good, energy booming, feeling explosive with it, like just wanting to just explode out into the city, feeling good about yourself. So I feel like, to me, that falls into the category of like celebratory songs, just celebrating life. Shine through the city with a little funk and soul. Light it up like dynamite. So, it's not about pyrotechnics, I'm pretty sure. This is a song about just being out, doing your thing, shining. Bring a friend, join the crowd. I got the medicine, so you should keep an eye on the ball. Okay, that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say origin of this song is just celebrate, like just being your best, living your best life or whatever, just doing your thing, feeling good about it. That's what I'm getting from it. What do you get? Put it in the comments for me. Let me know what you think the song originated from. No cheating. If you already heard them tell you what the song's about, then that's cheating. Okay? What's next? So music notes, what is music notes? Music notes is about, it's about songwriting. It's about taking your ideas from ideas and turning them into songs, right? And doing it in a way that gives you a chance of really writing a song that's highly available to listen. Because if no one listens to your song, it's still cool, but maybe not quite as cool. I don't know. So what's next? Structure. Let's look at the structure. I'm going to bring up the chords if I can. Dynamite, BTS. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so this is actually a pretty dynamic song in terms of chords, if this is right. I'm getting some chords off of a tab site. I got, according to this, the main progression is C sharp minor, F sharp minor 7, B, E, C sharp minor, F sharp minor 7, B, E. So, for there to be a C and an F in the minor, those are fourth apart. That tells me probably 6, 4. We're looking at, what does that make this key? C sharp minor. So shares a scale with E. Boom. So that's a lot of chords. C sharp minor, F sharp minor 7, B, E, C sharp minor, F sharp minor 7, B, E. Not too many. Still pretty straightforward. Verse 1, C sharp minor, F sharp minor 7, B, E, C sharp minor, F sharp minor 7, B, E. Same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. Da 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 da, B, E. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Okay, so I don't know. I would say it's pretty straightforward. Very repetitive. So far, all of our songs have been pretty much like the same chord progression throughout the song. I think we've had maybe 1 out of 8 so far that's not the same chord progression for the verse and the chorus and everything else. So that tends to be the, so far that's the average. If you want to write a hit song, you want to write a song that everybody likes, don't change the, first of all, don't pick a lot of chords, and then don't change the chord progression much, or else you're probably going to fall into your own territory where you're kind of standing out a little too far outside the crowd, if you know what I mean. So that's that. Structure. In terms of chords, what do we got in terms of like actual structure? We got intro, verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, chorus, bam. Okay. Also, very standard. To me, that's basically the standard song. The only thing that will make it maybe slightly more standard is to have an outro, perhaps. But that's pretty much the basic song. If you got ideas for writing a song and you want to write it in a way that makes sense to the whole world, start with some simple intro, go to a verse, go to a pre-chorus, go to a chorus, do it again, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, then go to a bridge, then do the chorus a few times in a row, and everyone will be happy. Ta-da! So that's the structure. We could look into it a little bit deeper with like melodic structure, etc., etc. We'll talk about that probably when we get into melody and arrangement. Next, arrangement. So, as far as arrangement goes, what I've been doing so far is I listen to the track and I do like a flyby of the song as it goes. So it's gonna take about 3.5 minutes. So in the meantime, here we go. Got vocals and a little keyboard. Bass, vocals. A really muted keyboard in the background, maybe. Okay, drums, extra voices. It's like some synthy risers going on, leading into the pre-chorus. Verse. This time, bass is a little bit more active. The background vocals are there in the beginning of the verse. Okay, got some like what I would call creative cameos coming in. Okay, multiple vocal parts, kind of wide in the mix. Chorus. Rhythm guitar. Might have been there before. Horns. This is the bridge. Horns. Na 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 na. Okay. Going into the chorus again, there's like a strip down. And the horns come in, doing some big crescendo swells. Then the chorus comes back super stripped down. Building it back up with the rhythm guitar. Strip and then big. Big belting backgrounds. Some vocal ad-libs. A lot of vocal layers, big time horns. On the final chorus going out, it's huge. Very like short, quick ending at the finish, which is pretty much like the modern way to finish a song. So,
Oh no.
probably not. That was fun. This is a fun song. Dynamite. You gotta get up and move. If you want to clean the house up really fast, you can put this on repeat. Like, it's a fun track. Where are we? 20 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about the arrangement quickly. I mean, this is what I would call like your consummate epitome of a pop song that just It builds and it strips and it builds and it strips and it builds and it builds and it builds and it strips and then it builds and builds and builds. That's what the pop dance especially people love, you know? They want to have a song that just explodes at the end like Dynamite. I mean, what could be more fitting for a song literally called Dynamite than for it to just be blasting at the end? And if you're a songwriter, you're an arranger or whatever, you know, how do you do that? You got to do that with contrast. So every now and then the song gets kind of small, it gets a little sparse. Things happen like I'm not 100% sure it happened in this song, but things happen like where the bass elements will sort of disappear and the real body and like breadth of the track just vanishes for a second. So then when it comes back in, then it comes back in, blasts into your ears, even though, you know, we know that you can't really make it any louder than the loudest track that's available. But the arrangement is what really makes it, you know, it's what makes it super dynamic. I mean, if I can stay on the Dynamite tip, it's all about making your song interesting throughout, right? So this song does a really good job of bringing in a lot of the next topic, which is let's jump to creative cameos, because I was gonna say creative cameos. This track has a lot of really cool singular elements, which personally for me is like one of my favorite things. I like things that show up here and there just once or twice, and that's all. Probably the most notable for this track is there's like a attention please, like bullhorn kind of a sound that is maybe about midway through the track that comes in, and it just like catches you off guard. You're not expecting that sound to come through, so you're just like, oh. And then of course the horns, I would say it would be the next big creative cameo. But for me, it's the megaphone sound that really makes it seem cool. That's like the surprise element that I find to be the most notable. The arrangement, okay, or the melody. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's like the melodic motif for the whole track, basically. That's the most catchy, I would say. Dun, 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 dun. It's pretty simple, it's just a little kind of stepwise motion sort of a thing that kind of descends, right? And then they go into the which is kind of like that melody is kind of like a suspense builder in itself, in the sense that it sort of pumps and pulses at that one note, and then it grows at the end. That to me is like, it almost has this kind of stuttering effect, like that makes you want to hear that melody finally break loose, and then it does, you know. Oh, I would say those like that's like the main two elements that really dig into your brain, you know. That's what it's about, right? If you're gonna write a song, it's nice to write a song, I guess, that everyone forgets, but I would call it a little bit better to write a song that people just can't stop singing. Everywhere they go, they become song ambassadors because they just hum in the melody and in a friendly way, poisoning the minds of all the other people who will soon be listening to your song. That's what we all want. People to love our song, right? But that means you have to write a song that's easily accessible, that people can easily love. So once again, this melody is not like, it's not doing a lot of It's not doing a lot of jumping around, you know? It's not very crazy, you know? This is like the charts. There may be a lot of genres on the charts, but at the end of the day, the charts are pretty much pop music, right? Because pop music is popular music. So, what does that mean to us when we're writing melodies? You need to write a melody that everyone can sing. Everyone can sing. That said, let's move on to where are we? Let's move on to unanswered questions. Yeah, we got to go to unanswered questions already. I'm gonna hit some random stuff.
What are you going to do?
What am I gonna do? I'm going to try to come up with unanswered questions based on this song. The most obvious one is like, what has this guy feeling so good? That's the biggest question. Kind of right there on the surface. Shining through the city. So watch me bring the fire. I would say, what's he doing? What is he up to? Like when he's going through the city with the funk and soul, is he just like running around looking sharp? Is he dancing? Is he driving? That's a good question, I feel like, that's left unanswered. This is getting heavy. What is it? Can you hear the bass boom? I'm ready. Yeah, the beat chain like money. I'm into that. Good to go. Da, 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 da. So we dance at the break of dawn. Okay, we're dancing. Shining through the city. Those are the basic questions for me, kind of what's got you feeling so great? And what are you really up to? And that, I think, is a good place to sort of put our attention, right? Because what's something else that a song has to do other than just leave a melody line that anyone can relate to? It's got to be something that isn't too, how do you say this? Maybe ideologically enclosed. If you make it too obvious, right? If you make your song super obvious, then it's going to be hard for everybody to relate to it. It's like, if your first line is like your name and when you were born and what city you're from, that's going to narrow your resonating audience down to a level that maybe is going to cause your song to suffer a little bit. This is a good example of saying what's going on. It's safe to say any song, you're dancing. But besides that, it's just like rolling like a rolling stone. I'm up to the top, LeBron. It's very just kind of washed in terms of what's really going on. Now, if you watch the video, he's probably doing something really specific in the video. But the songwriting lends itself to a lot of different activities, a lot of different ideas, a lot of different happenings. So, when you're writing your music, you got to think about that. You got to ask yourself, what are you going to do? Because this show is about you. This is the Music Notes. I am, of course, Carlos Young, your host. This show is my little baby.
What are you going to do?
But the real question is, what are you going to do? Are you going to write a song? If you're going to write a song, you're going to do some sort of musical, creative, anything, then I would definitely love to be a part of that. I'd love to hear what you got. Share your stuff in the comments if YouTube / Google or wherever this is lets you do that. I don't know what you can really do on here and what you can't. Push the limits. That's what I say. We got 30 seconds. What else do we want to say? Songwriting is important. So if you have a song, Doesn't matter if you're young or old. If you need help writing it, find your nearest songwriter, find your nearest dude carrying a guitar, and get it done. No guarantees of tomorrow, folks. I'm a few seconds over. That's music notes for today. I'll be checking in with you all again on Tuesday, where I will try to find another song. It's proven to be kind of tough to pick songs that are not explicit. I'm trying to like maybe avoid songs that are really slow and like maybe a little bit too sad. But we're in overtime, so I'm gonna leave you with that. Salutations, good health, be blessed, people. Listen to some good music, write some good music, have fun, live your life. Goodbye.